Folks, if you have been arrested here in Florida or given that nasty piece of paper that says you have a court date because we're accusing you of a crime, this is what we're going to talk about, that first court date, all right? Now, let me just start by saying you don't have to go to that first court date if you hire an attorney, right? Because we attorneys go to most of your court dates for you. So we are talking about first court dates for the people that don't have attorneys. Because if you don't have an attorney, you're the person that needs to go to this first court date. And here's what happens at your first court date. We have rules in the state of Florida. This is not China where they can just hold you forever and not tell you what you're being accused of, not tell you a darn thing. That first court date is to tell you everything. That first court date, they are going to say, look, this is what you're charged with. These are the possible punishments for what you're accused of. And then they're also going to say, you could go to jail. This is criminal. Do you intend to hire an attorney? Or do you want us to appoint one because you can't afford one? So that first court date, you're going to cover those three topics. Now, for people with misdemeanors, there's going to be a fourth thing that we're going to talk about. Not just the charges, not just the penalties, not just whether you want an attorney or not, but the judge is also going to ask you a pretty simple question, some of you, and that is, how do you plead? You plead guilty or not guilty, because not every charge you can plead guilty to at your first court date, but some of them you can. Most misdemeanors you can. I don't recommend you do that. You're going to go in alone. You're going to have no idea what your sentence is going to be, and I've seen that go horribly wrong. I don't know if y'all remember like Judge Draper and Judge Conrad, but you can go to jail on a misdemeanor just by entering a plea that you thought you were going to get a fine on. So no. You got to talk to an attorney before you show up in that courtroom and enter a plea. I don't ever recommend entering a plea without an attorney. And I know I'm a little biased on this, but I'm biased because 31 years of being in courtrooms, and I'm seeing how some people get treated very poorly when they don't have an attorney. And I don't want that to happen to you. You can get a free attorney. You can ask the judge for a public defender, and that can work out for you. They're attorneys. I started at the public defender's office back in 1993. So that's what you want to do at your first court date. Get yourself an attorney and plead not guilty. When the judge asks you how to plead, you don't want to be entering a plea right then and there, not knowing what you're going to get, not knowing anything about the case, not having spoken to an attorney that would be on your side. And if, of course, you want to avoid your first court date, and I think you should hire an attorney. We attorneys go to court for you. We'll be going to that first court date for you. We'll probably be going to the second, third, and fourth, and fifth court date for you. You won't go to much in the way of court once you have an attorney. And of course, if you want to avoid that first court date here in Central Florida, that's where I practice, please give my office a call. We would love to help you out. Thanks for watching.